Story Spectacular.
Today's show is titled The Shape Escape. If you enjoy the episode, remember to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes.
Who wants a story?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go!
Welcome to Story Spectacular. I'm your host, Angie. Today, we're going to hear a story about some shapes who live in a valley. We will meet a tiny triangle, a brave square, and a mighty octagon. All is well for the shapes until a big, bad circle escapes and wreaks havoc on the valley. I wonder who will save the day. Let's begin our story now. The Shape Escape. For now, there was peace in Shape Valley.
Hello, octagon. Top of the morning to you, triangle. Howdy, square.
Shapes of all sizes lived side by side in harmony. But for many years, a big and mean circle had bullied all of the shapes in the valley. The naughty circle would carelessly bounce around, knocking over shape houses and leaving round dents and pollywagons. After many a stern talking to with the circle, it still wouldn't stop its bullying behavior. So all of the shapes in the valley rallied together and captured the circle. They put it in time out.
Aw, man.
For now, the circle sits locked away in a fortress at the top of the mountain. To celebrate their victory, the shapes had a shindig. Now that the big mean circle was out of the way, the shapes liked to squabble over who was now the mightiest in the valley. The square thought that 4 sides were the best, but the octagon decided that 8 sides were even better. One thing all the shapes could agree on, they were all mightier than the teeny triangle, who only had 3 sides. Good thing us mega multi-sided shapes are around to protect you, little triangle. But the timid triangle spoke up in a small voice.
Well, I may only have 3 sides, but they suit me just fine, thank you.
The shapes squabbled and squabbled long into the night. But early the next morning, they awoke to the ground beneath them, quaking and shaking. They all leapt from their shape houses just in time to see the fortress on the top of the mountain collapse and fall to the ground. To their shock, the massive circle escaped.
I'm free!
The circle began to rapidly roll down the hill towards the shapes in the valley. But the mighty octagon decided that it was going to stop the big round bully. The octagon bounded up the hill towards the circle, but its 8 sides made the octagon an easy pushover.
Uh-oh. Ha ha!
The octagon has fallen. We're doomed. But the brave square was determined to stop the circle. It hopped its way up the hill, ready to square off. The circle tried to shove the 4-sided shape out of the way, but the square wouldn't budge. "Ha ha!" cheered the shapes. "You'll never roll by the brave square." But just then, the mighty circle took a giant bounce into the air and flattened the 4-sided shape. Oh no! The circle squashed the square. Who will save us now?
Well, I guess I could give it a try.
Said the tiny triangle. The timid, 3-sided figure trotted up to the circle. The circle laughed with a roar.
Ha 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 ha! How could you possibly stab me with your 3 teeny sides? Off
flatten you just like I did to that square. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
The despicable circle leapt high into the air and prepared to squash the triangle. But when the circle hit the tip of the triangle, it made a giant pop and disappeared into thin air. We're saved! Our hero! The shapes hoisted the tiny triumphant triangle into the air. The triangle shrugged.
Like I said, I may only have 3 sides, but they suit me just fine.
Triangle. Who's the bravest of them all? Triangle. Who's the shape you're gonna call? Triangle, angle, angle. The only shape around who knows how to jangle.
Go triangle, go triangle, go triangle, go, go, go triangle, go triangle, go triangle, go.
That was quite the adventure for the shapes. I'm so glad the triangle was there to save the day. If you like today's show, then tell your friends. Let's help get the word out about Stories Spectacular. You can subscribe to the show and share on social media. Together, we can have a spectacular shindig. Let's keep the party going. It's time for jokes with Digger the dog.
His name is Digger and he likes to tell jokes.
My name is Digger and I like to tell jokes.
Digger the dog is joining us again for some brand new jokes about shapes. Take it away, Digger. Sure. What do you call an angle that's been crushed? What do you call it? A rectangle. What did the circle say to the square? Ah, gee, what did the circle say? I haven't seen you around.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
What did the triangle say to the circle? What? You're pointless.
Ha, ha, ha. Hey.
Gotcha.
Wow, Digger, those were some funny one-liners about shapes. Come back and tell us some more jokes soon. All right. See you all around.
His name is Digger and he likes to tell jokes.
My name is Digger and I like to tell jokes.
Wow, that turned out to be a ship shape episode. We heard the story of the shape escape and how the tiny triangle saved the day. We also learned some silly shape jokes from our friend Digger the dog. Who knew shapes could be so exciting?
Story Spectacular.
Story Spectacular is written and hosted by Angela Ferrari. To purchase original children's books and to watch spectacular videos, go to StorySpectacular.com. Would you like a free ebook of Digger's daily routine? Go to StorySpectacular.com and enter your email at the bottom of the homepage. I will send you your ebook, and you will also get access to episode illustrations and other premium content like printable activity pages. If you enjoyed the episode, remember to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. This helps others to discover spectacular stories too. Thanks for listening. See you around.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.